Okay. Welcome to another episode of MNPR Soundcheck. Today we are with Fred Hale. Yeah.
Thank you.
From Sons of Liberty, and we're gonna talk gear. So Fred, tell me about this guitar. Let's start with the guitar.
Well, this one, yeah, well, it's number one. Everyone's got a number one, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
Everybody got one, yeah.
This has been on all the albums and stuff that we've done.
Cool.
And yeah, I kind of, sometimes a guitar finds you, I think.
Okay.
And I actually swapped this for an amplifier with a friend of ours called Steve Mayo, who seems to be the go-to guy for Cornford amps. So I had an old Cornford amp, and he wanted it. He had this guitar. So yeah, I swapped it.
It's a standard, traditional.
It's a standard. It's a 1999 standard.
Ooh, nice.
So I like that.
Yeah.
That time they were really good quality. Yeah, the only difference.
Stock pods and pickups
are Bare Knuckle Crawlers.
Oh, Bare Knuckle.
Which were in it when I got it.
Oh,
so,
okay,
and yeah, I've stuck with them. So apart from that, it's all stock. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And strings. What gauge do you use?
We've got an endorsement with Ernie Ball, so
nice.
Obviously I use Ernie Balls. So,
10s, 11s, 10s?
1046.
1046,
yeah, so
cool.
Standard kind of.
Standard,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when you play with a band, you play standard tuning or half step down?
Standard tuning.
Standard tuning.
Yeah, and then some songs are in drop D.
Drop D.
But yeah, standard. So yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
You have another guitar with on
yeah,
tour?
yeah, I can show. Yeah,
Can we check that?
It's mainly a spare, really. I kind of use one guitar for the whole set. Yeah. So yeah, it's
another Les Paul.
Another Les Paul Standard.
Oh, yeah.
So a little bit older.
That's my thing as well.
Yeah.
A little bit older.
Yeah, it's 94.
94.
So I think it's the centenary year ones they did. So it's got the funny. Starts with the number at the front of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. But same, standard. And this is.
It looks like pristine to be a 94.
Yeah, it wasn't played. So I got it from a guitar auction. And someone, they hadn't played it. So it's the oldest Les Paul I've got, and it's in the best condition of all of them. Yeah. So yeah, it's nice, and that's got a Monty's. You know Monty's pickups. Yeah. So that's got a full Monty in the bridge.
In the bridge.
And the standard Gibson
one.
in the neck. Yeah. Other than that, it's all standard. Yeah, the pots are terrible. They're on or off.
Oh, really?
Those ones on this one. Yeah. So I should change it really, but
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Can we hear a little bit of this?
Yeah. Oh, let's put that on.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds pretty similar to the other one, a bit brighter. But
do you want to go back to the next one, the previous one, so we can talk about pedals? Sure. We were talking like you use your main drive from the amps,
yeah,
and
no drive pedals.
No
on
drive
there
pedals.
At all. No.
And run me through your sign change here, please.
Yeah, so I've basically got 4 patches though. This is just switching to make it easier for me. So yeah, I've christened them Filthy, Sweet, Gristle, and Hell Yeah. So I kind of, so yeah, the rhythm sound.
This is the Filthy.
That's just the amp.
Okay, just the amp.
Filthy. Yeah, Filthy is
it's just the amp.
Just the amp with a bit of reverb on the amp, which we'll look at in a minute. None of the effects at all.
None of the effects. And it sounds huge by itself.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then sort of, I don't use a pristine clean.
Okay.
So it's fairly.
This is rock and roll clean, yeah.
It's got a chorus on it.
Like that?
Bit of compression.
A little bit of chorus.
And
which chorus you have?
It's hiding underneath, actually.
Oh, it's underneath.
Yeah, it's a little TC Electronic Corona.
Okay.
And it's set to Dimension C, like the Boss But it's a really nice little chorus. I stuck it underneath because at the time I had more stuff on the top.
Okay.
And there was no room, so that's taped underneath.
You gave me a really good idea.
Yeah.
I ran out of space.
Yeah, use the underneath if you don't need to tweak it.
Nope, because I use the switcher like this.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So it's just easy.
Bang.
This also switches, and the patches they also switch the amp. Which normally when it's on full, I've got it on the boosted sort of sound for the rhythm, and then I cut it back to the slightly less boosted for clean and a kind of crunch, which is my Gristle, which I'll show you in a minute. So that's just like.
Okay, so you cut a little
bit.
I
use that for a slightly lower, just to drop it back a bit, rather than trying to do this.
Volume. You use the volume always on 10? Or?
No, I use it a little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit, yeah. It depends if sometimes on the cleaner stuff it's a bit too much for some of the songs. Yeah. So I'll drop it back.
Bring a little bit.
But yeah, the tones are always full up.
Yep.
I don't mess around with those. I tend to set the pedals to change the tone. So I've got a little the detox pedal is basically it's the Paul Gilbert EQ, and it kind of it gives you a bit of a cleaner sound, and you can EQ it a bit. Okay. So that's for dropping the the difference between that. It's mainly the
detox EQ.
Yeah,
okay,
it's that and the amp just taking that extra gain stage off. So that's that.
And hell yeah?
Hell yeah is everything on. So that's I've got 2 delays, and I've got basically that end is in the loop of the amp.
Okay.
So there's a Boost DLA, which is a Tech 21, and another TC Electronics Hall of Fame Mini on a plate.
To give a little bit more.
Yeah, a bit of plate, just to thicken up the solos a bit.
Okay.
And I've got a delay in the front, going to the front of the amp, which is on a very, very short slapback. Which, I mean, you can... So I got a delay in the front, just gives you a little bit of double tracky thing, but it's hardly perceptible. It's only I'm probably the only one that can hear it.
Probably more.
It makes me feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that's that one. And yeah, a little
wah-wah.
Dunlop auto on kind of wah.
Sounds huge.
So that's that one. And I do kind of use it for tone changes as well. So I don't use the tones on the guitar much.
Okay.
But sometimes I just sort of hold it on a. And it just drops it back a bit, with a bit more low end. So that's that. And I like the auto ones because I'm an idiot and I leave it switched on if I don't realise for half the song.
It's on, what's on.
Yeah. It's just, and I do just sort of stab it and use it in between little bits. So that's that. And the only other thing on here really is a compressor. Keeley compressor, and that's on the clean.
On the clean one.
Yeah, and it's on the Hell Yeah, because everything's on the Hell Yeah.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah. Hell yeah.
And the only other pedal is the drop pedal.
The drop pedal?
The Digicheck. And that's just set to an octave, and I use that in one song called Damage Reputation.
Okay.
To get like a filter. Do
you play like the whole song with that, or like just?
No, it's just one section. Yeah. So I just use it for that. One on just now. Yeah, so, and that's it.
Cool. And your main drive is coming from,
coming from the Victory. So I use the RK50s, which I've used those since they first came out.
Okay.
And I'll tell you a story about those actually, because we had to buy them because Moose, who's the big Cornford user, the other guitarist in Sons of Liberty, and we both used Cornfords for a while.
Okay.
And we both had Richie Kotzon's big signature RK100s, you know. But I can't lift them up anymore. They're just so heavy.
Yeah.
but they're fantastic amps, and we lent them to Richie Kotzen for the Winery Dogs tour when they come to the UK
really?
first time. So we took them along and he used them. And then he hooked up with Martin Kidd, who moved from Cornford to start Victory.
Okay.
And Martin says that I think us lending him the amps led to the amp being designed in New Victory. So so I had to buy them really, because we've had something to do with them being made.
So you're using two, like one is a standby.
One's a spare, just because they're convenient.
Yeah.
It looks better. But
cool.
I take a spare because just in case. This is actually a Cornford cab I've had recovered, so it's the same as.
It's the one.
The other one, 2x12 with
2x12.
vintage 30s.
Vintage 30s.
Yeah, and it's open back.
Okay.
So
do you see any difference between open backs and?
It breathes a bit more, and I think I can hear a little bit of something coming back.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more, not quite as bassy probably.
Okay.
So I tend to have a slightly more trebly kind of sound on the side.
This is something that you were looking for when you bring both guitars to the band?
Yeah, because we're kind of Gibson users, so we've both got similar guitars. So getting the amp slightly different, it kind of naturally happens. So thickens out the sound a bit, but yeah, and they're so simple. I mean, there's basically one tone control, gain, a bit of amp reverb, which I leave always on, and these two are tremolo, which I never use. So and
they look
very simple.
They look really cool.
Yeah. Everyone loves a white amp.
And sounds really cool. And I see you got a slide here. Do you play a slide?
One song.
One song?
Yeah. I play very, very bad slide. But as you'll see later. But
okay.
So just do one song, a little bit of slide. So.
Cool, man. Yeah. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much.
I wish you a great gig tonight. Looking forward to that.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers.
And we'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Cheers.